So this guy gets murdered in the middle of a crowded international airport. Broad daylight, hundreds of witnesses, security cameras everywhere. And the killers are gone before anyone even realizes a murder just happened. That's not a movie plot. That's Tuesday morning, February 13th, 2017, at Kuala Lumpur International Airport. The victim is Kim Jong-nam, estranged half-brother of North Korea's dictator Kim Jong Un. He'd been living in exile for over a decade, mostly just existing, hopping between Macau and China, gambling, staying out of politics, seemingly no threat to anybody. He's at the airport to catch a flight to Macau. Totally normal morning, until two women walk up behind him. Security footage shows it happen in about 3 seconds. One woman comes from one side, the other from the other. They each press something onto his face, like they're wiping something off, and then just walk away, separately, toward 2 different bathrooms. Kim Jong-nam doesn't even react like he's been attacked. He just looks confused, wipes his face, walks over to airport staff and says someone grabbed him from behind. 15 minutes later, he's dead. Here's what those women actually put on his face. VX, one of the most lethal nerve agents ever created by a government, classified internationally as a weapon of mass destruction. A drop the size of a pinhead can kill an adult. These 2 women smeared it directly onto his skin in an airport full of people, and somehow nobody else got hurt. Which, by the way, means whoever planned this needed the 2 women to survive, too. So each of them only carried half of the chemical. Neither one was carrying a lethal weapon alone. Only when they combined it on his face did it actually become VX. Think about how insane that is. That's not a spur-of-the-moment murder. That's a plan built by someone who understood exactly how this chemical worked. Until you hear what was actually in his bag when he died. Kim Jong-nam was carrying 12 vials of atropine. That's the antidote for VX poisoning. 12 of them, plus $124,000 in cash and currency from 8 different countries. In other words, this man knew, on some level, that someone might come for him. He was prepared to run at a moment's notice. He just wasn't prepared for exactly how it would happen. So who were the 2 women? This is where it gets even weirder. One Indonesian, one Vietnamese. Neither one had any real connection to North Korea. Both of them said the exact same thing when they were arrested. We thought it was a prank. According to them, they'd been recruited weeks earlier to perform hidden camera pranks on strangers for what they believed was a real reality TV show. They'd done it before, with harmless liquid, on other random people at other locations, as rehearsal. The Indonesian woman said she was paid the equivalent of $90. $90. To become an international assassin, without knowing it. And the men who actually recruited them? 4 North Korean operatives, all caught on camera in the airport that same day, who calmly boarded flights out of Malaysia within hours of the murder and were never seen again. Interpol issued international arrest warrants. None of them were ever caught. Malaysia and North Korea nearly went to a full diplomatic breaking point over this. North Korea denied everything, refused to even let Malaysia perform an autopsy, and demanded the body back immediately. The 2 women stood trial for murder, facing the death penalty for years. And then, in 2019, the case just fell apart. Prosecutors abruptly dropped the murder charge against the Indonesian woman with no real explanation. Weeks later, the Vietnamese woman pleaded guilty to a much lesser charge, just injuring someone with a dangerous weapon, and was released a month after that. Neither woman ever went to prison for murder, and the men who actually planned it were never caught at all. It's widely believed, though never officially proven, that Kim Jong Un himself ordered this, seeing his own half-brother as a threat to his grip on power. And maybe that's the most unsettling part of this whole story. A man gets murdered in front of hundreds of witnesses, on camera, with a chemical weapon banned by international law. And years later, literally nobody has ever been held responsible for ordering it. Sometimes the scariest crimes aren't the ones nobody can solve. They're the ones everybody already knows the answer to, and nobody can ever prove.